gonna do number 3 of the last class work that we did. So in this question, they ask us to find the number of deposits that we made, which is of 180 at an interest of 3.78% compounded monthly, per annum compounded monthly, and the amount of payments should, the balance when we find the amount of payment should not exceed 5,000. Okay, so firstly we're gonna draw the timeline, and the question asks us to find it in arrear. So firstly we're gonna draw the timeline, because this question talks about the balance in the account before it exceeds 5,000. We're gonna assume that 5,000 is our future value. So on our timeline, our future value is gonna be equals to 5,000. And then we made monthly deposits of 180 for a period of time that is unknown. So n is unknown. So the question is asking us to find n before it goes beyond this point. Okay, so firstly we're gonna write down all our known factors or variables. Yes, all our known variables in this question. So we know FB is equals to 5,000 rands, and then the payment is equals to 180 rands. N is unknown, which is what we're trying to find, and I, because I is a nominal rate, we have to turn it into an effective rate. So we're gonna divide 3.78% by 12 to get it per month, which is the interest rate we're gonna use to calculate in. So then we're gonna use our calculator. With our calculator, first we go to compound, and because it's in arrears, we're gonna use this formula of FV. Now for the formula, we know this, we know this, we know this, and we're trying to find n. So because it's this formula and it's in arrears, we're gonna set our calculator to n. So our calculator, we go to compound, then we set it to n. Then for n, because we're trying to find n when we don't know it yet, we're gonna just write 0. And then for I, because it's already, the calculator already gives you I in percentage, so you're not going to write 3.78% divided by 12, you're just going to write 3.78 divided by 12. The PV, because this formula does not have anything to do with PV, so we're just going to make it 0 on the calculator. Or if it's already 0, just leave it 0. And our payments is going to be equals to 180. And then for FV, which we're already given, which is 5,000, is going to be 5,000. But because we are not trying to find PV or FV, the calculator cannot just assume that one of payments or future value is negative. So we're going to make either one negative, so that when we find n, it's going to be a positive number. It doesn't give us an error. So let's assume we make 5,000 negative. So, and then we just go to n, and then we just solve. So it's going to give us n equals to 26.67096.129. Now the thing about this, where the problem comes, is that naturally in math, when we round off and it's more than 5, we round it off to the next highest number. So this would be 27. But this is wrong, because when we input 27 for n and we try to solve for FV, it's going to give us a number that exceeds 5,000. And the question asks us to find a number, to find the balance before it exceeds 5,000. So in this question, although the answer would be 26.67, it would just be better to round it off to 26 or to round it down to 26, so that the answer that we get when we try to solve using this, or when we check for our answer in the calculator, it will give us a number that's less than 5,000.
Yeah.
Okay, right. How did you know this is an annuity? Like, how did you find out by the question?
Okay, so the question says that monthly deposits of 180 are made, and when we deal with annuities, it's the same amount of payments that are made for a certain period of time. So here they already told us it's only 180 rands that was deposited. So we're not assuming that there are any other amounts that were deposited, so then it's an annuity.
Okay, how do you know which formula to use?
Well, the thing about annuities is when we deal with formulas, we first have to remember the definition of the formula. So this formula gives us the value of the balance at the time of the last payment. So because it asks us to find the value before it exceeds 5,000, we're assuming that 5,000 is the last payment, and that's why we're using this and not adding any other interest on that 5,000, because it's the last Okay, so when a payment is made in arrears, we look at the definition of the payment made in arrears, which is at the like the payment that was made at the like the balance at the last payment, at the time of the last payment. So when we take 5,000 to be the future value, and we don't have any information that there was more than 5,000, so we're just gonna assume that 5,000 is the balance at the time of the last payment.